quick stock of all the stocks that are likely to buzz in today's trading session. And first up, we have Ravinder joining us. So Ravinder, good morning. Which are the stocks on your list today?
Well, yes, GSFC can be in focus in today's trading session on the back of the strong Q1 number, where company's revenue saw an uptick of more than 13.5% year-on-year, quarter-on-quarter basis. And if we talk about PAT, then company's PAT saw an uptick of more than 93% on a sequential basis from 72 crore to 139 crore. And EBITDA margin has also increased from 4.2% to 8.8% on a sequential basis. So back of the strong Q1 number, GSFC can be in focus. Moving to next, Godrej Consumer can be in focus on the back of the weak Q1 number, where company's revenue saw an uptick of approx 10% year-on-year basis, but company reported a flat revenue per net profit at 452 crore as compared to 451 crore on year-on-year basis, and EBITDA saw a downtick of more than 4% year-on-year basis. And if we talk about volume growth, then companies reported a volume growth at 8%, which was in line with the street estimate. So back of the weak Q1 number, Godrej Consumer can be in focus. And lastly, Ramco Cement can be in focus, where companies reported revenue at 2074 crore, which was approx 1% down year-on-year basis. And if we talk about net profit, then company's net profit saw a good jump from 37 crore to 85 crore. And EBITDA saw a jump from 15.3% to 19.2% year-on-year basis. So back of the strong Q1 number, Ramco Cement can be in focus.
Several stocks in focus based on their earnings, but it's not this. Several other companies have also reported their numbers. First up, let's put the spotlight on LIC, where it has reported better than expected set of numbers, and the management commentary with respect to getting into health insurance business is also very positive. Net profit rose by about 52% on a year-on-year basis, with APE growth of about 10% YOY. The company also said that post the amendment of Insurance Act, if composite license is permitted, LIC may explore entry into standalone health insurance business. So that's some important commentary that has come in from the management of LIC. Apart from that, BSE, again very strong set of numbers. Growth was seen on the back of strong operational income and also on the back of investment income that the company reported. Revenue rose 13% YOY. PAT saw an uptick of about 9% on a sequential basis. Apart from that, HPCL, again a strong set of numbers coming in from this oil marketing company. Revenue grew by about 1.1% on a sequential basis. Margins at 5.9% versus 4.4% that the company had reported same time last year. So again, very strong set of numbers that HPCL has reported. And lastly, Apollo Tyres. Over here, it's a weak set that has come in from the management. It was a weak Q1, and this was impacted by one-time employee expense that the company reported in the quarter gone by. Revenue rose by about 2.1% on a sequential basis. PAT, however, saw a downtick of about 93%, and margins have come in at 13.2% versus 13% that the company had reported same time last year. So it's a weak set when we talk about Apollo Tyres.
All right, so those are all the earnings counters that we will be tracking. But Srishti, now let's come to you. Good morning. You've picked out Bharti Airtel, AU Small Finance Bank and Titan for us. Titan, of course, is an earnings counter. But what is keeping the rest of them in focus today?
Well, yes, very good morning. Firstly, let's talk about Bharti Airtel. This counter will be in focus as the promoters are likely to sell 0.8% stake worth 9,310 crores, and the floor price has been decided with a 3% discount at 1,862 rupees. So on the back of this news flow, this counter will be in focus. It's going to be a big block, so all eyes on Bharti Airtel. Other than that, spotlight will be on AU Small Finance Bank as well, as RBI has granted in principle approval for AU Small Finance Bank to transition into a universal bank. This has been in works, or rather in reports, for quite some time now, and let's also tell you that it's an ET Now news break that has now got confirmed. So AU Small Finance Bank, a positive news flow coming in for this particular counter. And yes, Titan, a beat across all the parameters is what we have seen on the numbers. A very strong show coming in from Titan. Look at the margins, 11.2% is what the company has reported. That's a jump on a YY basis. Even the top line has actually grown over 20% on a YY basis. And not just that, even the management commentary is quite good, where the jewelry income has seen a jump of 19%, beat versus the street estimates. And along with that, the management is also saying that they will take a call on strategy on the lab-grown diamonds as and when needed, because all this while now they have been only and only focusing on the real diamonds. So first time Titan is talking about the lab-grown diamonds. So interesting indeed. So all these counters will be in focus. Back to you.
All right, so Titan will be in focus on the back of earnings and strong management commentary. Rabinder, thanks so much, Srishti, for joining us and helping us understand all the list of stocks that will be in focus today. But let's get going then. And Abhishek Gaushinde, Head of Research of ET Now and ET Now Swadesh, is now joining us. Abhishek, tell us, we did hear our research team talk about the stocks that were in focus, but you tell us, how is the market setup looking like for the day?
Good morning, Ashisha. So broadly, we can see that there is no material change in the fundamental things are happening. So broader market is expected to remain in the range bound, or you can say in this consolidation phase only. But the thing is that the tactical position, tactical things and the market-wide positioning is helping the market to counter the volatility. So say for example, yesterday despite being this tariff announcement, the market has been ultimately ended in the positive territory. If you remember that we were talking in the morning the same thing, that whatever be the happening on this global side, but the market-wide positioning has been indicating that some kind of a short covering may happen if some positive news comes out in the market. So during the market, when the news came out regarding this Trump and Putin's meeting, market has taken that positive and ultimately market has ended on the positive note. So similar kind of a thing may happen today also. So there are 2-3 things here that, first of all, if you can talk about the US market, you can talk about the GIFT Nifty or and the FI trend. All these things are indicating for the negative opening. But one thing is that this FI's position in the Nifty future is indicating that somehow this short position is turning into an oversold kind of a regime. And now today is the last day of this week. So I expect that because of this thing, at the end of the day, I think market may end up on a flat note or a marginal positive thing. And the basis of saying this thing is that historically we have seen that whenever Nifty ends with a negative return for 5 consecutive weeks, then in the 6th week we see some kind of a positive upturn. So we are expecting that history will repeat itself, and this week, in this week, which is the 6th week after reporting 5 consecutive negative week, we may expect that Nifty may end up on a positive note today. Although largely on a tactical side, fundamentally I don't think that material thing will change today.
All right, so let's see if that trend continues and we'll see an upside in the 6th week. But Abhishek, any particular stocks that you're keeping on your radar today?
Yes, there are 2-3 stocks. One is on this Titan. So Titan has reported all-round kind of a beat in its numbers. It's already been mentioned. The thing is that in the jewelry segment, it has been registering healthy growth despite being rise in the gold prices. That is, Street will note it down. Except yesterday segment, most of its segments have reported positive growth, and I can say a strong double-digit kind of a growth. The thing is that because of the increase in the gold prices, some down trading has been happening, but that has not been impacting significantly to the volume. This is something positive. I think stock may react positive on this numbers. Other than that, Tata Motors will report its numbers. Numbers are expected to be muted. JLR, CV, PV, all 3 cylinders have reported what I can say decline in the volumes, and that will impact its margin also. But the key thing is that now this PB Balaji is joining. PB Balaji is supposed to join its JLR as a CEO, and that would Street will take on note. And the broader commentary from the management, especially related with the Chinese market, will help Street to build up a view on the Tata Motors going forward. But I don't think that in a near term material uptick would come out in its numbers, or any kind of a re-rating or upgradation would happen after the result. Third is that SBI will also report its numbers. So on a loan growth side, it's expected to report an 11 to 12% kind of a growth. Deposit growth is expected to be higher than that of the loan growth, almost in the range of 12 to 13%. NPAs are expected to be flat. Materially, again here in the case of SBI, it is more of a commentary that would drive the performance. Numbers are, there is nothing much to read out in its numbers in this time.
Okay, so Titan, Tata Motors, SBI. Those are the three stocks that you need to keep an eye out on in trade today. Abhishek, thanks so much for joining us with all those details. On that note, we need to slip into a very short break, but more news and updates will continue on the other side.